Hello and welcome to Ways to Use Weights. We're going to explore different ways to use our weights today rather than just holding them in our hands doing moves like bicep curls and squats. We'll be using our weights as props, as guides, as markers, as obstacles, and having a whole lot of fun in our cardio and strength sets. You will need one set of moderate weights and the biggest weight you have at home. But don't panic, we're not going to use it the way you probably think we are. You'll also want an exercise mat because we're going to do a lot of floor work at the end. Let's get started with the warm-up. Marching it out, right, left, right, left. Standing nice and tall, pumping your arms to your sides. Separate your feet, wide march now. Good, 4 more here. 4, 3, toe, heel, right, left. Toe, heel, heel. Just trying to warm up through our feet, our ankles a little bit. And we'll be putting the toe heel together with the wide march in a pattern. We'll do that in just a few seconds. 2 more toe heels, 4 marches. 4, 3, 2, toe heel twice, march 4. Again, toe, heel, march, march, march. Hopefully you've got that pattern down. We'll do it a couple more times just in case. Again. All right, wide tap outs. Tap out right foot, left foot. Add a sweep with your arms. Warming up your upper body and shoulders. 4 more sweeps. 4, 3, wide knee lifts. Take it up right and left. Keeping your knees apart. Lifting the knees nice and high. 4 more. 3 and 2. Hip shifts side to side. We shift side to side. Arms punch down. We'll put this one together in a pattern as well. 4 hip shifts. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee twice. Again. 4, 3, 2, 1. We have to think right from the beginning today. Lift up and up. 1 more set. Get ready to squat. Take it down, up. Weight in your heels. Hips drive back. Core is strong. Squats aren't just about lower body. Good, again, down, up. Chasse to your right. Up and over, then the other way, left. Keep that energy strong. All the way from the warm-up to the cool down today. 4 more. 3 and 2. Come back to starting position and march it out. A little bit more in our warm-up. We'll take this march forward and back. 4 counts each way. Here we go. Forward, 4, 3, 2. Back it up. You can add a clap if you like. Good, again. We just want to make sure the muscles are nice and warm before we proceed with our Ways to Use Weights workout today. And again, forward and back. 1 more time each direction. Then hold in place. Inhale up. Exhale out. 1 more big breath in and out. And hopefully you're feeling nice and warm. First set will be cardio. Using one of our weights as a marker. That is optional. If you have any worries about tripping over weights on the floor today, just pretend that they're there. Otherwise, grab one of your moderate weights, set it out in front of you, have the option to either straddle your weight or you can even be behind the weight, knowing where it is though at all times. Once you've got your weight and your body in place, wide knees, lift up right, left. Now we practice these wide knees in our warm-up, but now we're doing them even more energetically, driving the knee up nice and strong, trying to elevate our heart rate. So hopefully you're feeling all that happening. Beautiful, 4 more each side. Now up and over the weight, you're on one side, then the other side. You can either step it or you can hop it. And again, you can come behind your weight and just use the weight as a guide. So you got a couple choices. but keep your eye on your weight the whole time so you always know where it is. Good. 4 more. Next exercise, line taps. We go one side, the other side, reaching toward the weight with a nice long spine. So no slouching. And I do not expect you to actually touch your weight here. It's just a marker. 4 more side to side. Quick breather, because we're doing those 3 moves all over again. So straddle your weight or stand right behind it. Lift your left knee, up, up. Second time through might be a little more challenging because we're a little tired, right? But we're gonna keep that energy high. Good job. Couple more, 4, 3, up and over. We go one side of the weight, the other side. Either hopping or stepping, you pick your pace. If you wanna go faster than I'm going, do it. If you wanna go slower, that's great too. 4 more seconds. 3, and 2. Going back to line taps. Behind your weight, reach one way, the other way. See why we call them line taps, right? That weight represents a line, and we're shifting side to side. 8 more. I love line taps. Fun way to get your heart rate up. 4, 3, 2, but that's enough. Yeah? Woo! Gentle movement, let your heart rate recover. Getting ready for strength, and it will be a long set today. One weight stays on the floor, but turn it sideways. Grab your other moderate weight. Uneven squats. We're gonna set our right heel up on the weight so it's propped up. If you don't like the way that feels, you can just stand with your heel lifted. Otherwise, set the heel on the weight, other foot next to it, squatting down and up, holding your other weight. Here we go. Take it down, up. I just want you to get used to that uneven feel, right? Both feet are not flat on the floor, so it feels a little funky. Getting ready to add upper body, side raise with your left arm. Take it down, up, down, up. Elbow can be bent or arm can be straight. It depends on the amount of weight you have and how strong your shoulders feel today. Good job. 4 more. 3. Make sure you're controlling it. 2 more. Come behind your weight. Side lunge. Bicep curl. Come back in. Same direction. Lunge. Curl. Down. Back in. Just your right knee is bending. Hinging from your hips with a long spine. And it's kind of a half circle bicep curl. A little curly cue right there. Take it side, up, down. 2 more times. Good. 1 more, then we're on to the next exercise. Diagonal squat back with your left foot, circle the weight around, come back in. So step back diagonal, circle around, come back in. So we're moving lots of different directions in this workout. This is our diagonal move. Notice both knees bent here. It's a squat, not a lunge. Get nice and low in your squat if you can. Big circle around with your weight. Now pay attention to which direction you're circling. Is it clockwise or counterclockwise? And don't forget that. All right. Stay forward. Hold the weight in both hands. Lift and lower your right knee. Turning this into a standing crunch. So we're gonna curve the spine, pull the belly in. Arms can get bigger. So you reach up a little higher, pull in strong. Great for your core. 4 more. 3 more. In 2, we'll be done with side 1. All right, shift the weight to the other side if you're using it as a heel prop. If not, it's just out of the way. Other foot parallel. Hold on to your weight with both hands. We are squatting down and up, down, up, Still feels funky, doesn't it? Even though we've already practiced this on one side, not the way we usually squat. Definitely exploring some new ways to use weights. Side raise, down, lift up, down, lift up. Elbow bent or arms straight. See which version feels challenging enough for you today. 4 more. Working the shoulder, working the whole lower body. 2 more. We'll stand behind the weight. Side lunge with bicep curl. Here we go. Lunge, curl, lower, back in. So this is our lunge, right? Not the squat. We're keeping right leg straight as our left knee bends. And our curly Q bicep curl. That's kind of a different way to use the weight, right? Not a traditional style bicep curl. It's fun to explore new movements. 2 more. Last one. Get ready for diagonal step back squat. We step back, whoa, circle around, come back in. That's why it's always nice to know where stuff is around you. Now, are you circling the opposite direction you did before? If you were doing clockwise before, you're doing counterclockwise this time, or vice versa. I caught myself doing the same way at the beginning, so I changed it, just so we stay nice and even. Big step back. 2 more times, your deepest squat. 1 more. We'll stay facing forward. Lift and lower your left knee, holding your weight on the ends. Ready to crunch. So scoop it in. Showing you from the side, one of the few times we don't keep our spine long. We're rounding. Arms can be bigger, or you can keep them closer in. Whatever challenges your core right now. 4 more crunches. 3, 2 more. Last one. Awesome. All right. Set your moderate set aside. It's time to bring out the bad boy. Your big weight. And it's actually to our advantage that it is bigger because it's a little higher from the floor, which means we won't have to hinge quite as far forward as if we used a smaller weight. So you're going to set your weight on end, set your right hand on it, keeping your spine long as you hinge from your hips. Step your right foot back, left arm out. Tap in and out, right foot. In, out, So right away, you should feel your standing leg working like crazy. Even with a big weight, you're in a pretty major hip hinge right here. This will work our strength, our muscles, as well as cardio. 8, 7, 6. Are you loving it? 4, 3, 2. Rise up. Shake it out. The good news is we're not doing side 2 quite yet. We're going to do another exercise in between. Set it down, pick it up. So you're going to straddle that weight or be slightly behind it actually. Get ready. Reach for it. Pull it up. Set it down. Now spine is long here. We are not slouching or curving through the spine like we did on our standing crunches, right? You're bending your knees, hinging from your hips to get down there. And you can absolutely do this slower. Depends on how much weight you've got. Aren't you glad you have a bigger weight here? You don't have to hinge quite as far down. But the trade-off is, it's heavier. This will be our last one. Keep it on the floor. Side 2. So your left hand sets to the weight. Left foot back, right arm to the side. When you're set, start tapping in and out. So you've got 98% of your body weight on your right leg right now. And you're in that deep hip hinge again. That's what makes this so hard. 8, 7, 6. Last 4, 3, 2, done. Oh, major legs, major legs. Set your big weight aside. We will use it again later on. It'll be just as much fun. But in the meantime, we do some cardio. Feels like we just did cardio. We did, but even more so now. Set both weights down on the floor, 2 to 3 feet apart. Let me show you what we're doing, and then you can adjust the position of your weights to make it comfortable for you. We'll start to the right side and do a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 over the weights. So set them up, see how it feels, adjust as you need to, and then we'll get started for real. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's like the Heisman run, or the 3-count run I sometimes call it. You can be directly over your weights. They really encourage you to keep your feet lifted nice and high, or you can be behind your weights. No tripping hazard. You know where they are so they can still act as a guide. Going at your own pace. 4 more seconds. 3. In 2, we move on to skaters. We go from one weight to the other weight. I'm reaching my hand toward the weight on the floor. Tapping back one foot, the other foot. And again, you pick your pace. As a fitness instructor, I'm just conditioned to stay on the beat of the music most of the time. But you do you. 8 more seconds of skaters. In 4, we give our low back a break. Rise up, tap back. One foot, the other foot. We're still working cardio. We're just relieving the low back from the hinge position. 4 more. 3. In 2, we're going to ask the back to work again. Reach, same side hand toward the weight as the leg that's going back. I found that's the most comfortable way to do this movement. But if you're on the opposite way, no worries if that feels good to you. We have 8 more. Bracing through your core, right? We're in that hinge position. Last 4, 3, 2, little recovery. But we're gonna do it all over again, right? We're just gonna start to the left side this time. Make sure you got plenty of room. Starting with that 3-count run. Either directly over your weights or behind your weights. But we're all keeping our feet nice and high, working on agility. This is our obstacle course. Weights are working as obstacles here. 4 more seconds. 3. In 2. We're skating. When you're ready, reach, reach. By no means do I expect you to touch the weights. If you can, that is awesome. But we're all doing our best just to get as close as possible, maintaining good form. Working that cardio. 4 more. 4, 3, tap it back. We're standing tall. Oh, it feels so good. We know we have one more cardio challenge coming. Reach toward the weight. Reach, reach. Once again, weights are a marker. They're a guide to encourage us to get maybe a little deeper in our hinge here. Last 4, 3, 2, done. Catch your breath. I know you worked hard on that one. Strength is next, strength and balance. Keep your right weight on the floor. Pick up your left weight. Weight on the floor is a marker. We're going to start with a hip hinge, right leg back. For now, the back foot's on the floor. Spine is long. Reach your right hand toward the weight. Rise back up. So you're really hinging, standing tall. You have the option to keep that back foot on the floor, or try lifting it up as you hinge, setting it down as you rise up. Go at your own pace once again. Find your focal point. Whenever you challenge your balance, it's nice to be able to go at your own pace. Don't worry if you're wobbling. I'm right there with you. We have 1 more. I want you to hold the hinge. Back foot lifts and lowers. Take it up, down, up, down. Your standing knee is bent. Your arms are quiet for now. 2 more lifts. Option to keep your foot up or down. Weighted arm rows. Lift, lower, narrow rows. So So your left arm is staying nice and close to your torso as you pull back and down, back and down. Good, last one. Rise all the way up, both feet on the floor. Hold your elbow bent. Right knee lifts and lowers. Up, down. We have more balance and strength work coming up. So option one, continuing this. Moving your leg, holding your arm steady. Option two, hold your knee up and curl. Lift and lower. So now your leg is still and your arm is moving. Right now, I'm just doing bicep curls. You can change it to a curl press. Up, down, down. Curl, press, lower, down. Once you see what I'm doing, find your focal point. That will help you to balance. And if holding your right leg up gets exhausting at any time, you can always bring the big toe to the floor. Now one more curl press. Arm stays lifted, then we're working the tricep. Drop the arm, back and up, back and up. If you need a little more stability, you can hold on to it with the opposite hand. 3 more. In 2, it's gonna feel so awesome to set the foot down. Oh, wasn't that a fun set? It's so fun we get to do it again. We're gonna move the weight to the other side. And the weight in your hand now goes to your right. Step back with your left foot. Hinge forward. Reach to the weight. Rise up. For now, the back foot's on the ground. See how this side feels. You want to try lifting your back foot as you hinge. Then tap it down as you rise. And please keep in mind all your options. You do not need to do what I'm doing. You want to keep the back foot grounded? That is fine. We are all working glute and hamstring on the other side. All right, hold in your hinge position. Back foot lifts and lowers. Up, down. Spine is long. Standing knee is bent. Oh, feel that fire. 4 more. 4, 3. Decide if you want to keep the back foot grounded or lifted for your rows. Here it comes. Up, down, row. Right arm is pulling strong. Right leg is working hard. Oh, we've got this though. 4 more rows. And 3. 2 more. Rise all the way up. Both feet down. Hold on onto your weight. Lift and lower your left leg. Sorry, left leg. Here we go. We don't want to do twice on one side. No, thank you. Oh, I forgot. We're holding our weight like this. All right. Options here. Continue to lift and lower your leg. Arm is quiet. Or hold your knee up, bicep curl. Lift, lower. Find that focal point. Keep breathing regularly. That makes a big difference. Decide if you want to just curl or curl press. Good, so that's a curl. Press up, lower, down. Whatever you're choosing to do, you're doing it as well as you can. I'm doing curl press one more time. Holding the weight up, getting ready for triceps. Drop it down, up, down. And again, you can grab onto your arm if you need extra stability. 4 more. 3, 2. Oh, well done. Oh, definitely a longer set. Definitely a challenging set. Oh, gentle march. Gentle march. We've got one more cardio set coming up. Weight is optional, but I think it's a whole lot of fun. So you might want to grab one moderate weight. I'm going to show you 2 versions of this first move as we get started so that you can pick the one you're comfortable with today. Holding on to the weight with both hands, double squat right, double squat left. Quick switch, quick switch. So you see how there's 2 each direction. For now, I'm holding on to the weight the whole time. But if you want to have some more fun, try passing the weight from one hand the other hand. If you have any concerns about dropping the weight though, just hold on to it the whole time here. Fun, yeah? Right now, we're just doing doubles each side, which you can continue to do if you don't particularly want to think today. Otherwise, check out this pattern. Double, double, one more double, 2 singles, switch, switch, 1 double, another double, a third double, 2 singles, switch, switch, double, double, another double, 2 singles. Let's do that a couple more times. Double, 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 singles, switch, double, one more set, double, double again, 2 singles. Oh, hold the weight here. Out, out, and in, right foot. Get on the beat. Out, out, in. Right now, I'm going with the tempo of the music. If you want to go faster, that's another option. Holding the weight here makes it a little bit more challenging than when we've done out, out, and in without it in the past. So hopefully you're feeling that. Good job. 4, 3, tap it back, right foot, left foot. You've got the legs, arms go forward and up. Forward, up, forward, up. Slow it down if you need to. If you've got heavy weight, you definitely want to slow down your pace. Again, feels a little more challenging than doing this without the weight. 4 more here. 4, 3, you'll see this again. But in the meantime, out, out, and in, left foot leads. Out, out, in. This is tempo. Hold it here or speed it up. Knowing that this is our last cardio round of the workout. So give it your all. 8 more seconds here. Woo. 4 more. 4, 3. Tap it back, one foot then the other. Then arms, front, up, You got it. 4 more. 3. It feels like strength just as much as it feels like cardio. But we are done. Woo. Set your weight down. Heart rate is probably quite high. So we'll do a gentle cool down before we move on to our floor work. Grapevine right, grapevine left. Nice and easy. This is designed to bring your heart rate down. So don't be going all out. All right, reach overhead, right, left. Reach, reach. Oh, that feels lovely. 4, 3, reach across the body. Getting a little back stretch as we cool down. Now punch toward the floor. Punch, punch. 4 more here. Lunge side to side. Right, left. I'm adding a little shoulder roll because it feels so good. 1 more. Big breath in. Big breath out. Hands to your thighs. Back stretch. Take it down. Roll it up. 1 more. Big breath in. Exhale out. And back stretch. Perfect. All right. Grab some water and grab your mat. You will want both your moderate weights and your heavy weight close by. Hopefully your heart rate is feeling close to normal as we make our way to the floor. You can stay standing for a few more seconds as I demonstrate the first move we'll be doing on the mat. With one of your moderate weights, unless you really want to go all out and grab the bad boy, but I'm going to show you what we're doing first. From the plank position, which can either be knees or toes, passing the weight from one hand back to the other hand. So, choose the weight that you want. Set yourself up in plank from knees or toes, starting with the weight by your right hand. Brace strong. Pass it to one side. Pass it back. It does help to have your feet or knees a little wider than usual. That will prevent your body from rocking too much side to side as you pass the weight. I think this is a fun way to do plank rather than just holding still. That weight passing should keep your mind occupied while you're holding plank for 3 more seconds. 2, and rest. Child's pose or anything else you like. Oh, big breath in and out. All right, continue to recover. I'm going to show you the 2 options for the next exercise. Both are from a sideline position. Option 1, your hip is down, elbow under shoulder, weight on your top thigh, lift and lower your leg. It's kind of a twist on the clamshell. Option 2 is to use the weight as an unstable prop underneath your hand, and you lift and lower your leg like so. So get into the position that you want for today, and start lifting and lowering your top leg. Now notice I'm not doing this really quickly, right? Slow and controlled. Feeling your hip and outer thigh muscles do their thing, not momentum. Nice, 4 more seconds. And 3. Last 2. Rest. You recover. I'm going to show you what's next. You can either use your lighter weight or your heavy weight. It will just be a prop. I'm going to bring the heavy one over. You also have the option of setting it up and down or flat on the floor. The next exercise will be more challenging the higher your weight is. Here's where we're headed. Both feet on one side of the weight will be lifting and lowering, feet from side to side. So pick your weight, get into a good V-sit position. We'll start with hands behind us for support. Then lift, up and over. Lift, up and over. Oh, what fun! If you want more challenge, hands off the floor. So now your body has to work a little bit harder to lift and to stabilize as your legs sweep across. Keep breathing. We're only doing one set of these, so don't panic. But we have 4 more seconds of it. And 3. Last 2. And rest. Ah. All right. We have side 2 of our sideline exercise. I'll show you those options once more. Either hip down, weight at your thigh, lifting and lowering your leg, or use the weight underneath your hand and lift and lower from here. And we're off. So notice the weight is a little less stable than if we had our hand directly on the floor. So that's the extra challenge, using the weight here. Nice, slow, controlled movements. 4 more seconds. And 3. Last 2. Done with that one. All right, next up, using the weights as props again. Come to a V-sit position, weights by your hips on either side of you. I'm going to show you a couple of options here. Option 1, we'll all get started here, and then I'll show you the second option if you want to try that one. All right, lift your feet up. V-sit, set your feet down, grab your weights, lift your hips. Reverse tabletop, hips down, feet up, feet down, hips up, hips down. So you see that flow from one position to the other. I love it. Both of them are a good challenge for the core. So keep going here, or I'll show you the next option. Keep your hands on the weights. After you lift your hips, you sweep your glutes through. Lift your hips, sweep through. Now I absolutely need the weights to get my bum a little higher so it has clearance to flow through here. Because if my hands were flat on the floor, I couldn't do this. Either my bum is too big or my arms are too short. I'm going with arms are too short. 4 more seconds. And 3. And 2. Last one. Rest. Ah, good work. Come to a all fours position, tabletop. If you'd like to use the weight, tuck it behind your left knee. And you're holding on to that weight for dear life, right? Good grip on it. Hands are flat on the floor. Weighted leg lifts up and down. You're lifting straight behind you. And I like to keep the ankle flexed here. It engages the muscles in the back side of the leg a little bit better. Less likely that the weight will slip out. Focus all your energy here on your left glute. Really fire it up. Racing through your abdominal muscles, keep your torso nice and strong. Good, 4 more seconds. 4, 3, 2 more. Rest. All right, side 2. So switching the weight behind your right leg now. Tuck it in there securely. And when you're set, lift and lower. Head's in line with your spine. Make sure it's not dropping down. Now, after you go through this workout a few times, and you want to try to heavy up your weight for this exercise, please do. I'm not sure I could handle that particular weight, but when I do this for my workouts, I usually use a weight about 3 times the amount I'm using here. So don't hold back. 4 more seconds. 3, 2 more, and done. All right. Bring one weight with you as you lie on your back. 2 options for this next one. A lot of options in this workout. Option 1, we can use the weight as a cradle behind our head as we crunch. Now here it is very important that you're not pressing the weight into your skull. It is just there to support the weight of your head. All right, option 2. One leg lifted up to the ceiling, weight is behind the lifted leg, and we do our crunches like so. All right, so get yourself set up in whichever option you would like to try, and then we crunch. Both options, your gaze should be up to the ceiling. Less likely to crane on your neck that way. Smooth, controlled movements, and you do not need to lift your torso super high. Just enough to feel your abdominal muscles working. Good, 4 more seconds. 3, into, everyone gets a break. Whether you're doing leg lifts or not. Take a little recovery, and then we're moving on. If you chose to use the weight as a cradle, you're just doing a second round the same way. Otherwise, opposite leg, lift it up, lift and lower. Nice, smooth crunches. How fun to be able to do this twice. My goodness. So much fun today. 4 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, last one. Rest everything down. Next exercise. Bring the weight to your left hand. Elbow directly out to your side. You have the option of keeping both feet on the floor as we lift our hips and press that weight up to the ceiling. Or you can lift the opposite leg up and do your lifts on one leg. So get set, press, lower, press. Having the weight in just one hand adds a little instability. So your core is working a little differently than if we had weight in each hand. Good, 4 more. 3, 2 more. Perfect. All right. Side 2, pass the weight to your opposite hand. Either both feet down or opposite leg up. Here we go. Press, lower, press. Doing one side at a time also gives you an indication if you have any muscular imbalances. Maybe it was a little easier on one side than the other. That would be your stronger leg. 4 more. 3, so if you want to do a few extras on your weaker side, feel free, but I'm done. All right, light weights aside, we have one more opportunity to use our big weight. It is an option. You can use one of your lighter weights instead, or no weights at all. We have a few more bridge lifts to go. If you want to use a weight, you're setting it across your hip bones. Slow the pace down, lift up, lower down, press, lower down. How does the weight feel if you're using one? Hopefully challenging but doable. This is such a great way to strengthen your glutes and your hamstrings. And those are strong muscle groups. That's why I encourage you to at least try your heavier weight here. If you feel like the weight is kind of pressing into your hip bones, you can always lay a towel across your hips and then put the weight on there. Lift up, lower down. One more. I know you could do those all day, but we have to stop at some point. So, set the weight aside. And let's stretch out after all that hard work. Oh, we'll start just by hugging our knees in, rolling side to side. Oh, enjoying that recovery. Bring both legs up to the ceiling, grab from behind. Just pull your legs in a little closer to your chest to feel the backs of your legs stretch. Now open your legs into a V. Feel the inner thigh stretch. You can circle your ankles around. Switch direction of your circles. Bring your legs together. Roll over onto one side. And once you're there, reach for your top foot. Pull your heel into your glutes. Feel that nice stretch in the front of your thigh. Oh, we made it through the hard stuff. This is our reward. Sit up, crisscross your top leg in front. And then just melt forward, releasing your low back, stretching through your hip. Sit back up nice and tall. Come to your other side. Stretch the other quadricep. Hold here a few more seconds. Hopefully your heart rate's recovering, your muscles are relaxing. Release. Sit tall, now crossing the opposite leg in front, and then stretch forward. Sit back up, reach overhead one direction, reach overhead the other. Sit back tall, interlace your fingers, round your back as you press your hands away. Sit tall, lift your arms overhead, stretching through your shoulders. Release, set your hands down and back behind you, stretching through the front of your torso. Come to neutral and relax. Well done. I hope you enjoyed exploring different ways to use your weights. I hope you had fun using the biggest weight you have at home. And if you don't have a big weight at home yet, maybe this will inspire you to go out and get one. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you again very soon.